broadcasting from Fintas, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL, editorial news for January 20th, 2010. And finally, let's close the editorial news with Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, the first black President of the United States. I better say that again with emphasis. First black President of the United States. That's special. Here he was, got into office, was in a line of fire right off the bat. They wanted and I harped about it, U.S. want failure. They want failure so they could criticize. They want news media to see the failure. They want to talk about it. They want Fox to be glorified. And I'm going to bring up about the other part about that while I'm doing my grades. When I gave the first 100 days and they want to grade, I say, wait a minute. You can't grade him right now. How can you grade him? That's why I say incomplete, because the media wants a grade out of him. Of course, people are going to say, well, that's F and D and C, and he didn't make nothing. Nah. Of course he didn't make nothing. He made a little difference, but it's not the key ones yet. Since then, he did, or he helped out. The other one thing he kind of helped out on was the health care, to push it right along from the House of Representatives to the Congress. They passed it the first time. They stayed during the right before Christmas and got it passed through. Now, with that, I'm not going to talk about it yet. But here it is on LTL report card. Here we go. Final grade, first year, 1 year. I know you two don't like it. They into sex. Might as well see naked ladies. Yeah, I'm trying to report that, you two, so they could just cut out the naked ladies and everything, and the pretty girls and all that, things that look like pornography. So the people will have to learn some knowledge. So going back to the final grade, decisiveness. Now this is making decisions on, first of all, Iraq. Iraq, he pulling the troops out. Second thing, Afghanistan. It was kind of shaky, and he got his cabinet members and staff, chief of staff, and at least he came up with 30,000 troops to be deployed out there. So that's a B. His demeanor, now this is based on, of course, his way he handled things. Of course, with, let's say, how he handled the election, that was beautiful. How he handled the inauguration, beautiful. How he was able to handle the decision when it was crunch time on jobs, especially the car people, the makers. And I'll never forget the one in CNN where this lady from the dealer from New York, this is the guy's daughter, was telling about what's going to happen and the sad news. And then all of a sudden he came on the TV, Barack Obama, with his staff, a committee to help deal with the cars and to get clunkers for cash So that's an A. And how he handled himself through the crisis of the stocks falling down, but to rise up, and of course with how he handled himself with the Nobel Peace Prize and to speak. You got an A. Negotiations. Now negotiation with, of course, with having the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, of course, dealing with that, with North Korea, Iraq, how to handle Iraq. You know, Hillary, just leave it to Hillary. Hillary will kick both of their asses, those two presidents. But anyway, negotiations and how also the key thing was Israel and Palestine with a freeze in building the West Bank settlement. So that's an A. And then, of course, delegating, how he was able to delegate people, especially Hillary Clinton, especially Vice President Joe Biden, go back to Russia, back and forth about the nuclear arms deals and everything, and to handle, of course, the Chief of Staff, to have the generals to communicate with Afghanistan, Iraq, and so that's an A. So final grade, A. A. Not because he's my homeboy, he's from Chicago. I mean, he's born and raised in Hawaii, but he lived in my town, Chicago. So that's, hey, he deserved it. What can you say? I know what other people are going to say, no, he didn't. He didn't deal with health care. And now we got a Republican in Massachusetts. Now what he's going to do now? He's going to be shaken. His demeanor going to be shaken. Okay, bring it on. Bring it on. I hope they say that to me. I'll say, bring it on. I'll be like The Rock in wrestling. I say, bring it on. Bring it on. So I can make you look like fools, because knowledge is power. And this is LTL. Put it to smack down to you on the LTL editorial news. And guess what? All I can say is, I'm sounding